Good evening from Ynys Môn in Wales. I'm by St Turog's church, which is right in the centre of the island. I had to come out to do a video because it's near perfect weather conditions for making a video. Today must be the hottest day of the year so far. It's said to be a good example of a late medieval period church. It's dedicated to St Turog, who was a priest who came over from Brittany in the late 5th century. There's another 2 churches in northern Wales which are dedicated to St Turog, I believe. St Turog is more closely connected to the village of Maen Turog in the nearby county of Gwynedd, where it's said that he threw a very large stone a long distance to destroy a pagan altar. Now, there's no electricity supplied to this church, and it's lit by oil lamps. Just have a look around this little graveyard. The church is in an elevated spot. You've got a nice view of the surrounding countryside. Just underneath the bell cots there used to be a doorway, a 15th century doorway, which was converted into a window at some point. There's very few recent burials here. I won't show any of those. But let's have a look at some of the headstones. It's in Welsh, but I'll translate. In memory of Evan Williams, who died June 29th, 1909 at the age of 55. Also his bride Anne Williams, who died April 20th, 1941 at the age of 84. Bendigedig ydych chwi gan yr arglwydd. You are wonderful in the eyes of the Lord is the closest translation I can think of. In memory of Thomas Jones, who died March 4th, 1933, 44 years old. Sacred to the memory of the Reverend John Lewis, a native of Cardigan, and he died 13th of July 1818, aged 72, I think that is, 72 years old. In loving memory of Ellen Duncan, widow of the late Cadwaladr Jones, who died September 9th, 1896, aged 73 years. He giveth his beloved sleep. I think it's Jones. I can only see J.O., but everybody's Jones in this area, so I take it it was a Jones. You'll never see a taxi driver go into a pub in Wales and say, taxi for Mr. Jones, because half the pub would stand on their feet. Some of these graves are quite old. Mary, wife of Owen Williams, Maes y Llyn, in this parish, who died June 22nd, 1849, at 68 years of age. I came here last night to do a video for my membership when it starts on the channel. But I liked the spot so much I thought I'd do a proper video here. I know I've been talking for about 2 years about starting a channel membership, but it should happen in the next month or so, I think. I'll give you an update when that happens. Remember, it's free to subscribe to the channel. I noticed this one last night, which is a little bit unusual. Although this is clearly a recent headstone, it's obviously replaced an earlier headstone. So the people who are buried in the grave died, well, I'll go through them, in memory of Robert, son of James and Elizabeth Williams, Glanrafon Bodwrog, who died April 15th, 1881, at 2 years old. Also his mother, Elizabeth Williams, who died January 24th, 1916, at the age of 68. Also his father, James Williams, who died February 10th, 1918, at the age of 75. Hedd perffaith hedd, peace, perfect peace. Like I said, perfect weather conditions for making a video. It's warm, blue skies, there's no breeze at all. And the scenery's not bad as well. See the mountains of Eryri in the distance there. There's a symbol of a bull above the door here. It doesn't date back to the 15th century. This is something more recent. It's the symbol of the Buckley family, who were a prominent family in North Wales. I guess during the 17th, definitely the 18th century. This church would look amazing in drone footage, but unfortunately there's an airport a couple of miles away, so there's a no-fly zone. It's quite hard to read the inscription on this grave, but it's a grave of a 29-year-old woman called Jane. Just go a little bit further back, there's some kind of structure here. I don't know if this is part of the grave, I'm not sure. I think it's bright enough to have a look inside the church here. Some iron railings here. A little bit overgrown inside, but there's 3 or 4 graves here. 4. Don't think it's going to be possible to read them. Obviously, they would be the graves of a prominent family in the area, I guess. Some railings around this grave as well. Elizabeth, the beloved wife of Robert Jones, mynydd mwyn Llanachamedd, who died March 24th, 1869, aged 64, I think. There's another grave here with a recent, well, looks like a fairly recent headstone. I'd say in the last 20 years probably. But the person died a long time ago. So it's obviously a replacement headstone. In memory of Lewis Williams, formerly of Ross Place, Llanfachraeth, who died... this is interesting. Who died in... Sorry, I'm just trying to translate. He died in a coal pit in Blaen Clydach in the Rhondda Valley, July 6, 1914, at the age of 29. And he left a wife called Elizabeth, formerly of Refael Bodwrog, and 3 children. Lewis Williams probably worked in one of the slate quarries of North Wales before going to the Rhondda Valley. A few thousand quarrymen went to work in the South Wales coalfields following the Great Strike at the Penrhyn Quarry in the early 1900s. Sadly, somebody's produced a chainsaw in the background. Just a little update for you about the channel. I recently did a collaboration with Cathal from the Grave Visitations channel. I'm going to be meeting up with Cathal again quite soon to make some more videos. I hope you found this video relaxing. As I said earlier, I was originally just going to put a video about this place on the channel membership when it starts, just like a members video. But it's such an amazing spot, I thought I'd put it on the main channel.